The teenage years. It's certainly a colorful time to be alive. From the confusion mentally, physically, sexually that revolves around puberty to the insane amounts of peer pressure that we go through, it's definitely quite the emotional minefield. But thankfully I've long survived it, and I decided to come up with a list of 7 imperative things I wish someone had told me when I was still a teen. Number 1 is embrace your natural beauty. I know this is a lot easier said than done given how ridiculous the world of pop culture is at applying peer pressure to adopt trend after trend after trend. But the truth is, what's beautiful today is very likely to be ugly tomorrow. So the less you get caught up in these trends and put your body through makeup or treatments, or in my case, hair product, the less likely you are to need it when you're older. Number 2 is that you'll never have more free time than you do right now. I know that school can seem overwhelming at times, and especially when you mix in a part-time job at the local pizza shop. But the truth is, this all pales in comparison to the necessities of adult life. So use your free time that you have right now wisely to incorporate the things that you're passionate about. The more you make regular time for them now, the more likely you are to make regular time for them into the future. And hey, you might even find a job in the long run that involves something you actually want to do. Number 3 is that life doesn't suck as much as you think it does. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are some teens out there that have some pretty legitimate life challenges. But for the most part, just look at social media, it's a pretty big over-dramatization of pretty insignificant things. Believe it or not having tickets to the next One Direction concert, not having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or having to wait a couple more years before you're the legal drinking age are not legitimate justification to prove that your life is sucky. Change your mindset and things are going to seem a lot funner. Number 4 is be a leader. There are always opportunities in life to take a leadership role, but nowhere throws them at you more blatantly than high school and post-secondary school. Whether it be a club, a council, a sports team, you name it, there are so many things for you to take a leadership role within. And the more you do it now, the more likely you are to be comfortable with it when you're older. Number 5 is that the outside world is better than the online world. Now, the internet is awesome, we all know that. I'd be stupid to say otherwise since I'm showing you something on it right now. But the truth is, everything you're watching on the internet is happening out in the real world. So why don't you go and live it yourself rather than always living vicariously through others. Number 6 is just because your body seems like it can handle absolutely anything doesn't mean that it actually can. Back in high school, every day with my lunch, I'd have a vanilla Coke and a white chocolate chip macadamia nut cookie. Why? Because it seemed like my body can handle anything, but eventually it did add up and I wish I hadn't have done that. The more you inform yourself about healthy choices now, the more likely you are to actually be invincible to lifestyle choices for the rest of your life. Number 7 is that school isn't the end of the world. It may feel like that upcoming calculus exam is life or death, or that the rest of your success in life is depending upon it. The truth is, you'll be fine either way. School's a pretty funny place where it's becoming more and more expensive to get a piece of paper that's becoming less and less valuable. Now, I'm not suggesting that you don't try at all, but I am suggesting that you ease off on a lot of the unnecessary pressure you're putting upon yourself. Focus on enjoying the experience and making connections in addition to making the dean's list.